So what is Home Instead?
So Home Instead is a home care franchise. We look after mainly older people in their own homes to enable them to stay at home for as long as possible. Um, we deliver everything from 1 hour of companionship all the way through to specialist and end of life care and everything in the middle. And our goal is to be the partner for a family and a loved one in their aging journey to ensure that they get everything that they need and to live really well at home in their later years. We have 260 franchises across the UK, so we're 95% covered in the UK. Still have about 30 territories available. So obviously still looking for the right franchise partners to come and work with us in those territories. But I think it's important to note that we are part of a global brand. So we were founded in the US back in 1994. And so now we have around probably about 1,000 franchises worldwide, primarily in the US, Canada, and the UK. But we also have franchise operations in Germany and Japan and Singapore as well.
So give us a story now of both where it began with Home Instead, but also where your journey began.
Okay. So I think the important thing to mention first is, like, when we came over to the UK 20 years ago, we were brought over under a master license. And so the founders, who were Sam and Trevor Brocklebank at the time, basically bought the rights to the brand and the model to operate in the UK. And so they bought the rights in 2005, established the first business in 2006, the first franchise in 2006. But one of the things that's really important to say is when Trevor bought the model over, the idea, and you mentioned it before, companionship, or we like to say relationship-led first or relationship-based care, that was very, very unusual in the UK. So he was pioneering a new type of care. And so in the first kind of 5 years, he was proving out the model, understanding how it fitted with the regulators in the UK. And really kind of building those first franchises up by partnering with what we call the pioneers, those early adopters. And, you know, he was revolutionising the way that care was being delivered across the UK. I don't know if you know much about social care, Harvey. I know you mentioned your wife has been in social care, but the way that social care was and still is structured is very much kind of like short visits, task-based focused care. Lots of people go in, not the same kind of team quite often. And, you know, for people who are older or have got dementia, that can become quite confusing. So what Trevor said he was going to do, he was going to revolutionise the way that care was being delivered. And so he created a model of consistent people going in, having time to be able to build the relationship, really investing in training of staff, not wearing uniforms, and just focusing on that relationship-led piece first. And so those first few years was very much around developing the market in that kind of relationship-led space. So I came in 2010 with kind of that experience under my belt. And one of the things that really appealed to me with what Trevor was trying to do was the kind of the difference of care that he was trying to offer. I was personally going through my very first taste of care with my gran. So I truly understood what he was trying to do versus what we'd received, if that makes sense. And so just completely fell in love with the model. And so I basically got on the Home Instead bus, put my seatbelt on. And then from 2010 to about 2014, we recruited 50% of the network as it stands today. So we had a large recruitment drive, never compromised on the quality of the franchisee, but very quickly scaled the business. And what that meant was that we had the pioneers plus this tranche of franchisees who are fizzing with real passion about why Home Instead was different and really wanting to make a difference across the UK. And that really settles then in good stead to kind of pioneer this relationship-led care and develop the services that we now offer today. You may have noticed or not, I don't know, that Home Instead is just rebranded. We felt that the brand that we were operating under in terms of the colour and the style and the logo had become dated. So we rebranded a few weeks ago, and so the next 12 months really is about how can we really use this rebrand to propel ourselves forward, to shout about why Home Instead is different, the fact that care at home is an option for families, because unfortunately care homes still seems to be the first option that they go to. So it's really much around building that kind of rebrand out, continuing to develop the support that we offer to our franchisees. I think I mentioned earlier, we know we're on a multi-unit journey. That doesn't mean that we're not looking for people who want to run single territories, but it is an option now. So what does that support and structure look like as we continue to move forward, looking at technology and AI through the model? So how can we use technology and AI to really modernise the way that care is being delivered across the UK? And I suppose the future aim, which is our mission at Home Instead, is going back to the piece I mentioned. We want home care to be the default care norm. We want Home Instead to be the brand of choice, and we want to be a brand that people want to work with and work for. So I guess that would be our North Star as we move through the next few years. And there's just a lot of work that we need to do just to either modernise the model, use the new rebrand to propel ourselves forward, and continue to find amazing people to come on the journey with us.